Education, the Key to Success. English, Chapter 4, Honeydew. Bepin Choudhary's Lapse of Memory. Before you read, do you have a good memory? Has your memory ever played any tricks on you? Forgetfulness often puts you in a tight spot, but forgetting a part of your life completely may drive you crazy. In this story, Bepin Babu goes nearly crazy because he cannot recollect his stay at Ranchi. He has never been to Ranchi, he insists. Though there are many witnesses to the contrary, what is the suspense all about? We are going to do part 1 in this video. Every Monday on his way back from work, Bepin Choudhary would drop in at Kali Charan's in New Market to buy books. Crime stories, ghost stories and thrillers. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. He lived alone. He was not a good mixer, had a few friends, and didn't like spending time in idle chat. Today at Kali Charan's, Bepin Babu had the feeling that someone was observing him from close quarters. He turned around and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. Okay, so drop in means he would stop at Kali Charan's house, and he was not very friendly. He felt that someone was looking at him from closely, when we have the feeling that someone is following us, someone is keeping a watch on us, like that. And faced meek, quiet and humble looking man who now broke into a smile. Suddenly he gave a smile. "I don't suppose you recognize me. Have we met before?" asked Bepin Babu. The man looked greatly surprised. "We met every day for a whole week. I arranged a car to take you to Hudru Falls in 1958 in Ranchi. My name is Parimal Ghosh." Ranchi? Now he was very surprised because he did not recall living in Ranchi at any point of time. Now Bepin Babu realized that it was not he but this man who was making a mistake. Bepin Babu had never been to Ranchi. He had been at the point of going several times but never made it. This means that he was never successful in going. He smiled and said, "Do you know who I am?" The man raised his eyebrows, bit his tongue and said, "Do I know you? Who doesn't know Bepin Choudhary?" Bepin Babu now turned towards the bookshelves and said, "Still, you're making a mistake. One often does. I have never been to Ranchi." So he was insisting on that point. Even if he was saying so much that you have been to Ranchi, he was still insisting on the point that he had not. Okay. The man now laughed aloud. "What are you saying, Mr. Choudhary? You had a fall in Hudru and cut your right knee. I brought you iodine. Iodine is a medicine. In this case we are talking about, in this case we are referring to iodine as a medicine that was applied to the wound. Okay. I had fixed up a car for you to go to Netarhat the next day, but you couldn't because of the pain in the knee. Can't you recall anything? Someone else you know was also in Ranchi at that time. Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee. You stayed in a bungalow. You said you didn't like the hotel food and would prefer to have your meals cooked by a Bawarchi. Mr. Mukherjee stayed with his sister. You had a big argument about the moon landing, remember? I'll tell you more. You always carried a bag of books with you on your sightseeing trips. Am I right or not? Bepin Babu spoke quietly, his eyes still on the books. Which month in 58 are you talking about? The 58 year refers to 1958. Are you talking about? The man said October. No, sir, said Bepin Babu. I spent puja in 1958 with a friend in Kanpur. You're making a mistake. Good day. Now here Babaji means a cook, okay? And puja means no, puja means you already know, but it refers to Durga Puja. But the man didn't go, nor did he stop talking. Very strange. One evening I had tea with you in a veranda. So veranda means front yard in front of a bungalow. Veranda of your bungalow, yes. Veranda of your bungalow. You spoke about your family. You said you had no children and that you had lost your wife 10 years ago. Your only brother had died insane, which is why you didn't want to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi. When Bepin Babu had paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief. So utter disbelief means complete surprise. Okay. So now let's get a quick summary of whatever we read today. So we saw that every Monday this Bepin Babu used to go to Kali Charan's in the new market. He used to stop there after coming back from work, and he used to buy at least 5 books at a time, which used to be of crime story, ghost stories and thrillers, to last him a week. He lived alone and he was not very friendly. Then once he just felt like someone was watching him from a close distance, actually no, like very closely, from very closely, like close quarters, and he turned around and found himself looking at a meek man. Who was meek? What is meek? Quiet and humble man, okay, who broke into a smile as soon as you like he saw him, and he said that you don't suppose you have recognized me? Have we met before? And then Parimal Ghosh, what was the name of the man, reminded him of every single thing, including his personal and family details. Okay, and he was very surprised at the fact that he just did not remember. Okay. Now let's look at the answers of these questions. Why did the man stare at Bepin Babu in disbelief? So the man stared at Bepin Babu in disbelief since he had made him recall and told him about the smallest details that had taken place in his personal life, and also in that incident, but in that incident means here we're referring to the Ranchi incident, okay, which had happened for 1 whole week. But Bepin Babu still did not recall the incident, okay. So that's why he was very shocked about that. Where did Bepin Babu say he went in October 1958, as I told you earlier? Bepin Babu said that in 1958 October, he had gone to Kanpur for Durga Puja at his friend's place. Mention any 3 or more things that Parimal Ghosh knew about Bepin Babu. First, he knew that he didn't have any children. His wife had passed away 10 years ago. His brother had died of insanity, which means he was insane when he died, and that was also one reason why he did not wish to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi. He had gotten hurt on his right knee. He always carried a bag of books while sightseeing. He preferred meals cooked at home by the cook over in the hotel. That is, he preferred this over that. In that terms, this over is used here. Okay, we'll look at the second part afterwards. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.